Ladies and gentlemen, the year of flash flood emergencies continues with a flash flood emergency near Springfield, Illinois. It is dropping 2 to 3 inches of rain an hour. At the moment, looks pretty stationary and very lightning filled. But wait, there's more with storms in Colorado, Nebraska, and North and South Dakota, plus Indiana and Columbus and Virginia. I'd be watching out as this thing moves east. And hey, Missouri, you're getting a bit of it too. On the 17th of July, Asteroid 2025, of course, missed us by 0.8 lunar distances. On the 19th, Asteroid 2025 operating system hit us. There's only 4 diameters, and I guess it went in the ocean. Interesting. Texas and Louisiana, we're still watching out for possible heavy floods and tropical action around the 25th, which is only like 100 hours away. And the 4th of August still looks really weird with a possible hurricane component. I mean, just look at how much rain this would be over North America with the reverse Pineapple Express, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's almost like this storm goes from the rooter to the tutor. And this would be one of the biggest rain bands we've ever seen. And look at this thing. That's wild. Looks like possible hurricane, tropical storm, lots of rain. The 14th. I said the 14th, but what I meant was the 4th. Alexandra Semenova. The Sunday scaries are extra scary tonight. And since the 15th, we've had Mercury stationing retrograde, which is why I'm probably making mistakes verbalizing. You're making mistakes hearing me. Sorry. Sun square Chiron. And today and the next 3 days, we have Mars conjunct the south node of the moon, and then Venus T-square the nodes. So, to the 20, this whole week, buckle up, stay cool, keep a sense of humor, make excellent choices, play defense, and stay cool. Yes, we definitely live in very interesting times. And it's like a social media engagement farmer pylon negativity economy or some shit. I don't know, like Bitcoin just hit all-time highs. Ethereum is doing its thing. Although Bitcoin dropped a little, I think, from all-time highs. They said a bunch of whales sold from wallets that hadn't been active since like Bitcoin was created. And there's so much mystery behind crypto, Whereas like people always diss the Federal Reserve and stuff, but at least you know who started it. All right. Late season burst knocked loose in clouds. 35 minutes ago, Alaska Airlines has requested a ground stop for all of its flights due to an IT outage. And there is a flash flood emergency for Fayette County, Illinois. Threat is catastrophic. So please go visit your friends on the 2nd or 3rd floor and don't hang out in the basement just in case. Because they have basements in Illinois. They don't have them in Texas. Anyway, but yeah, 5 to 6 inches of rain have already fallen. We're watching possible tropical development in the main development region. And we'll continue to watch it. It is hurricane season. Although it's been quiet so far on the hurricane development itself front. Yeah, I feel summer kicking in for sure. A lot of heat warnings. And then the green is flash flooding watches, and the red is, oh shit. Shit is seriously flooding bad. All right. Let's hang in there. And I don't know, there have been a lot of reports lately of other planets or stars sending us signals. And then the weather formations look like ships. I think they're most likely dragons. What if they're both? Like, atmospheric weather dragons made of like air and wind, water and lightning. There was a gorgeous sunset in Texas, and it's reported there was a gorgeous sunset in Florida. Also, if you're up right before dawn, you can see the moon, Venus, and the Pleiades making a celestial triangle tonight or this morning, and then tomorrow morning as well. I stayed up and watched it last night. It was amazing. And then the sunrise was great. Happy Moon Day. 56 years ago today, we landed on the moon. Although that's probably going to trigger some people because I don't believe that. I think we landed on the moon. We probably have bases there we don't know about. But other people disagree. And technically, nobody knows. So it's just another one of those things that people can argue and speculate in fan fiction about all they want. I wouldn't let it lead to negativity as far as emotions go, though. But yeah, the whole shit with the airplanes is crazy, man. Weird. Strange how it's become so unstable. We're like 30-ish hours away from entering Leo season after Cancer season's almost over. Yeah, we're tracking the one in the Gulf around the 25th, and then Invest 94L. It is hurricane season. Did I mention that before? There's a chance before you know it, in a day, a week, 2 weeks, the Atlantic and the Gulf will just be lit with hurricane action. There's a second one we'll be watching behind it as well. As Rush says, it's always a second wave. But Danilo says, yeah, there's a chance for another one right behind it. But yeah, it is near peak hurricane season. Reed Timmer reporting on gorilla hail in Rosebud, South Dakota. You ever seen Citizen Kane? It's a really good movie. The cut in the middle where he's like, I have $50 million. If I lose $1 million a year, I will be poor in 50 years. And then they cut to him 50 years later, and he's poor. One of the best edits in all of cinema history. I hope you and your people are well. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we end up having a wonderful summer. I hope everybody everywhere can work it out. If you have a grudge against me and would like a peace treaty for the rest of the year and for the rest of our life, I would love that. That would be great. And I hope everybody everywhere can work it out, because shit is wild, and we are all in this together, and teamwork makes the dream work. So pretty please pray for peace. Hang in there. Stay cool. God bless everyone. So with the Mars and the South Node stuff, I'm kind of expecting like possible ghosts of Christmas past type vibes. If that makes any sense. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.